Good morning. Nice to see everybody. Happy Sunday morning or evening to Kavita in India. Hi, Kavita. Hi, Maureen, Michelle, Cynthia, Joe, Sabine. Hello, Koryanka, Nancy,
Oh,
Celine.
hello.
Good morning. Hello. So we're at the top of the hour. So let us begin. We are excited today to have Don Lorenzo Kappa here with us with Koryanka, who will be doing the interview. Good morning. And before, I just wanted to say good morning also to those who are joining us on YouTube live stream. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm going to hit the record button because we do post the recordings of our meetings on our YouTube channel as well as the website. And so if you don't want to be seen, please turn off your camera. And I'll ask people also to mute themselves, please, during the presentation. And we can take your questions or comments after the presentation. And this morning we're going to start, we'll have a brief meditation before the presentation to just sort of ground everybody into this relaxing space together for these teachings. So I'll hit the record button and here we go. So this is Soul School Network for Sunday, April the 14th, 2024, and it's our pleasure to have Don Lorenzo with us this morning. Let us begin, however, with meditation. And so I will invite you to join me and just find a comfortable spot. And it'll be about 5 minutes. And then we'll move into the presentation. So to start, you may close your eyes if that feels good. And take 3 deep, relaxing breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And one more time. We'll start scanning our bodies for any tension there may be. Starting at the head, we'll do this together. We'll just observe without making any meaning out of it. Scan the crown of your head, the back of your head, your face and neck, your shoulders, one arm and then the other, all the way down to your hands. Now your back, from the neck all the way down to the final bone of the spine. You can focus your attention now on your chest and your abdomen. Are there any sensations so far? Any muscle tension? Just observe it for now. Continue with your right leg and foot and your left leg and foot. Wherever you found tension, Let it go gently by visualizing that it is a white cloud that slides down your body all the way to your feet, leaving your body through the soles of your feet. Perhaps there will be many clouds of tension leaving your body. That's great. You're letting them go. You can feel good about it. Once tension is out of your body, it will be gone and transformed into life-giving energy. Let's take a deep, relaxing breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Let it feel good. You can stretch your body and make sure you're comfortable wherever you are. You are a beloved child of the earth, deeply connected to her. Notice how your feet are planted on the ground, either physically or energetically at all times, feeling the earth with the soles of your feet. Feel how your energy grows and extends itself from the soles of your feet towards Mother Earth. You are growing energetic roots that go into the moist, rich soil under your feet, uniting with the Mother, receiving nourishment and love from her. The more your roots extend and go deeper and deeper into the earth, the more you feel deeply grounded and held in love by Mother Earth. Stay present in this moment. You can feel it. Remain grounded and present in this moment. Grounded and present. Grounded and present. You can gently go back to your breathing, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and one more time. Now you can slowly open your eyes when it feels good to you, and move your body slowly as you come back. Thank you to Koryanka for creating that lovely meditation. So we have a full hour, so let us get going. First, I'd like to introduce to you Don Lorenzo Kappa. Don Lorenzo Kappa is a master Pampa Masayoc ceremonialist of the Q'ero Nation. The Q'ero people are known as the last descendants of the Inca. Don Lorenzo entered the spiritual path in his lineage and started learning from his grandparents when he was only 8 years old. By the age of 12, he was leading ceremonies in his community. He has been a keeper of the ancient wisdom of the earth, walking on the Pampa Masayoc spiritual path for well over 4 decades. And Koryanka is an Incan high priestess medicine woman and sacred guide for rising medicine women who want to step into their sacred destiny and live authentically in their divine essence. She is a cacao, rose, and flower priestess, a certified Reiki master, and a former registered nurse with a bachelor's degree in science earned in Canada. A master ceremonialist, Koryanka comes from an ancient healing tradition of the Inca lineage and shares these spiritual practices as part of her ancestral legacy. She leads high ceremony and ceremonial programs based upon Inca and Amazonian medicine. Koryanka initiates, activates, guides, and mentors emerging medicine women around the world in birthing and offering their sacred healing services successfully with an unshakable foundation. Being a sought-after featured spiritual leader who has reached tens of thousands of women around the world at global events for well over a decade, Q'orianka is an influential leader at the forefront of the movement of the resurgent of the light worldwide. And you can find a link to Q'orianka's website through the Soul School Network website. So welcome, Q'orianka and Don Lorenzo. I'm going to turn it over to you. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Hello, Sue. Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. And I am very happy that we are gathering today and that I can introduce to you Maestro Lorenzo, Don Lorenzo. We are here at his home. I want to ask for your patience in case the internet connection is a little iffy at times, hopefully not. But if I need to ask again something or he needs to repeat something, we'll be more than happy to do that. Just so you know, Sue, so please you let me know. We have a conversation that we are just to get started. Maestro Lorenzo, vamos a empezar la conversación.
Yeah.
Voy a empezar a hacerte preguntas, ¿ya? Well, so we had a previous conversation with him, and I asked what he wanted to talk about. And of course, he was very interested to talk about the world and the role we play in it as well. Don Lorenzo, what is your opinion of the world? En tu opinión, ¿cómo ves que está este mundo actual?
Ya, bueno, presentación, mi nombre o así directa nomás.
¿Puedes saludar? Su ya te presentó, solo
Hola,
saludas.
¿cómo se llama?
A todos, a Su y todas los presentes.
Ya, bueno, a todos hermanos, hermanas, buenos días. Este día, buen día para todos, ¿no? Mi nombre es Lorenzo Capa Paza de la comunidad de Tejeros, maestro a la Pachamama.
Ujú,
Estamos ahorita junto de comadre Q'orianka, ahorita estamos ya. Entonces, cualquier cosita vamos a hablamos, conversamos, vamos a este camino, vamos a compartir a todos, ¿ya?
ujú. So Don Lorenzo says that he wants to welcome you all. He is glad to be here with you. He's saying hello to everyone who is attending this meeting. He says that he is a healer, Pampa Mesa Joke, in the tradition of the Quero, and that he is here to share with you all. And if you have any questions, he's going to also be happy to answer questions later. Muy bien. We are on this spiritual path together. Bien. Entonces, la primera pregunta es, en tu opinión, ¿cómo ves que está este mundo actual? ¿Cómo ves que está este mundo actual? ¿Cómo lo ves?
Ya, bueno, hermanos, hermanas, ahora este mundo un poco preocupante, un poco dolor de cabeza, un poco mucha preocupación, ¿no? Estamos ya algunos ciudades, algunos países muy triste. Algunos países no tienen agua, algunos países mucha lluvia, algunos países eh, mucho sol,
Mm,
mucho va a salir helada.
ujú,
Entonces, algunos países mucho nieve. Entonces, ¿qué podemos hacer? A todos no conocen al mundo de la Pachamama, mundo de los sapos,
ujú,
Anapacha, Quipacha, Pacha.
ujú,
Entonces, tienes que, tienes que todos respecto a los apos, un jaiwaricuy, a los apos, un jaiwaricuy a la Pachamama, que es jaiwaricuy, un despacho, un agradecimiento,
ujú,
una comida
ujú,
especial.
ujú. Yes, so Don Lorenzo says that this world is really causing us so much worry. that sometimes it's a little bit of a headache for us when we think about it. He spoke about the many changes in nature, how some places are getting floods of water, other areas are too dry. So he's talking about climate change that is affecting many countries in the world. And so all of this is worrisome, he says, for instance. However, he says it's important that we come back to Mother Earth to find solutions that is necessary to feed Mother Earth, to give back to her, for us to be really returning to a place of balance. Entonces te voy a hacer la siguiente pregunta, ¿ya?
Ya.
¿Puedes hablarnos más de cómo podemos ayudar a este mundo y entrar en armonía? Lo voy a decir en inglés. So, as a follow-up to that first question, I'd like to ask him, how can we help this world and return to harmony? Can you talk about that a little bit more? ¿Cómo podemos ayudar a este mundo y entrar en armonía?
Ya, y como vamos a respetar a la Pachamama, vamos a respetar las montañas, vamos a respetar a Janakpachataita Inti, con eso, mucho amor, con mucho cariño, con eso vamos a ir este camino bien.
Yes, Don Lorenzo says that a very important piece here is to be respectful of Pachamama, Mother Earth. Be able to also connect respectfully to the world of the spirit, Hanakpacha, the world of above. And this is a very important part of it. Sí, puedes continuar.
Ya, entonces vamos a ir, si es que conocimos a todos, respetamos a todos, a la Pachamama, entonces muy contenta la Pachamama, todo el mundo la Pachamama, todo el mundo los montañas, todo el mundo los apos, todo el mundo de Janakpacha, y vamos vamos a respetarnos mucho, Mona, y con todo corazón, con todo amor, con todo cariño.
Yeah. So Don Lorenzo says that if we get to know Mother Earth Pachamama more deeply, if we get to know the spirits of the mountains, and we do respect them and live in that spirit of respect with them and also among us as human beings, then there will be so much love in the world. There will be harmony and peace, ¿no?
Sí.
¿Algo más quieres añadir?
Ya, nuestros abuelos, nuestros ancestros, nuestras incas, siempre respeto, mucho respeto las apos, las montañas, y Taita Inti, y Mamaquilla, y a la Pachamama, Alpamama, Sachamama, Taitohuayra, Mama Uno, Mama Cucha, todos siempre respetan. Entonces, cuando ahí respetamos a nosotros, si respetamos a todos, están regresando nuevo mundo, nuevo Pachacuti, vamos.
You drive this message across that respect is really super important here, that it's important to respect Mother Earth, the spirits of the mountains, the spirits of the waters, of the lakes, of every spirit of nature, and also above, to respect and love the spirit of the sun, Inti, the spirit of the moon as well, all of the spirits all around. And he says, this is how we are going to be able to live well. And we're going to start a new chapter, a new era in our lives as humans, that we're going to enter this new time of the Pachacuti, the next Pachacuti, no?
Sí.
That's how it's known, this new time of awakening in the planet as a Pachacuti, no? Okay.
Pachacuti.
Sí, ¿puedo preguntar la siguiente?
Sí, sí.
Okay. Well, Don Lorenzo, you have been about Pachamama and you have mentioned the Apus, and we know Pachamama means Mother Earth and Apus are the spirits of the mountains. But can you please tell us a little bit more about who they are to you, who Pachamama and the Apus are to you, and what is also our relationship with them? Entonces la pregunta es, sabemos, ¿no? Que la Madre Tierra es Pachamama y los Apus son los espíritus de las
Sí,
montañas.
sí.
Pero ¿podrías explicarnos como un poquito más profundamente quiénes son la Pachamama y los Apus para ti y cuál es nuestra relación con ellos?
Sí, está bien.
Sí.
Ya, bueno, explicamos nuestras pachamamas, nuestros sapos. Y a nosotros, nuestros sapos, como papá, nuestras pachamama como mi madre. Entonces, los sapos siempre a todos cuidan, a los pueblos como guardián, a la pachamama y le da buen camino, buena energía de Pachamama para conectarnos a nosotros, para conectar a la Pachamama, para conectar a los sapos. Nosotros siempre comimos a la Pachamama, nosotros y caminamos a la Pachamama. A veces muchas personas botan basuras, entonces muy triste. Siempre limpiamente para
Ujú.
conocernos, para agradecer una ofrenda con eso es muy contenta, muy alegre.
Ujú. Yeah. Don Lorenzo is sharing with us that to him, Pachamama and the Apus are our parents. That's a relationship he has with them. They are like mom and dad. The spirits of the mountains take care of us. Pachamama will always feed us and provide the nourishment for our bodies. And also, we walk on this earth. And so he is talking about being mindful of that and always being in a state of gratitude and giving our gratitude to Mother Earth and the mountains for who they are for us. He says that when we do offerings of gratitude, they are very happy. They really get happy to receive our offerings of gratitude. And that's how we can walk a good path in our lives. Many people have not developed a relationship with Pachamama and the grandparents that we sometimes speak about, the grandparents. How is this affecting the world? Entonces la pregunta es, bueno, hoy en día mucha gente no tiene una relación con la Pachamama y los abuelos.
Sí,
¿Y
puedes,
cómo está esto? ¿Yo o tú? ¿Sí? ¿Quieres hablar algo más de la respuesta anterior? Ya. So Don Lorenzo wants to add a little something to what he said already about who Pachamama and the Apus are and our relationship with them. Ya, puedes.
Bueno,
Ujú.
nuestras comunidades un poco lejanos y más alto. A la ciudad bajamos antes 2 días a camino, a pie, un caballo. Entonces, ¿por qué es muy importante a la Pachamama? Están cuando hay enfermos, cuando hay cosas, problemas, ya no usan ni ampulla ni inyecciones.
Mm,
Siempre un ritual de a la Pachamama,
ujú.
ritual de los apos, con eso se sanan.
Qué bueno que
Sí,
compartes.
muy
Mm,
importante para sanador los apos a la Pachamama.
mm, mm.
Mm.
Don Lorenzo is speaking about the importance of Pachamama and the Apus as healers of the people. He is sharing with us that his community, for instance, is far away from the city, from the nearest city, and it's high up in the mountains, 5,000 meters above the sea level, about that, he says. And in order to come to the city, if anyone is ever sick, they had to come make a way to the city would take 2 days, 2 days to be able to make it to the city. And part of that journey would happen on horseback at least. And so that is just so difficult. And he's saying that that's why normally people in his small village don't get access to medications and hospitals and medical care. And what they do is they heal with ceremony. They offer ceremonies of gratitude and pray to Pachamama and the Apus. And that's how they go back to health. Sí, gracias.
Gracias, Kipnay.
Yes, thanks so much for adding that. That was a very important piece of information for us to meditate on. Entonces, okay, so we're gonna go to this next question. Mucha gente, ¿no? Hoy en día no tiene una relación con la Pachamama y los abuelos y cómo está afectando esto al mundo. Many people have not developed a relationship with Pachamama and the grandparents. How is this affecting the world? Esta falta de relación con la Pachamama y los abuelos.
Sí.
¿Cómo está esto afectando el mundo?
Ahora están antes,
Ujú,
antes abuelos, abuelas, muy contacto con la Pachamama,
ujú,
muy contacto, muy tranquilidad, aquí los años atrás.
ujú,
Pero ahora muchas religiones cambian, muchas personas,
ujú,
muchas personas de pensamiento. Entonces, con eso, Pachamama más triste,
mm,
la planeta más triste,
ujú.
más preocupante.
Yes, well, Don Lorenzo is saying that in the past, the grandparents or ancestors, they had a relationship with Pachamama. They had a relationship with the grandparents. And that, as a consequence, meant that they had a very peaceful life. But nowadays, that is not the case any longer. And this lack of connection, this lack of relationship with Pachamama and the grandparents is causing so much sadness and many problems in the world. Ujú. ¿Quieres seguir añadiendo eso?
¿Ya puedes explicar cómo
Algo-
crecen a la Pachamama?
¿Algún otro problema que esté causando esta falta de tener una relación con la
Ujú.
Pachamama y los apus?
Este tiempo, muchas personas no han relacionado con los Pachamama, muchas personas no han relacionado con los apos. Con eso están muchos problemas, los jóvenes también están algunos peleando,
Ujú,
discutiendo.
mm,
Eso es, muchas enfermedades ahora están.
ujú.
Antes no es así.
Yeah. Yes, so Don Lorenzo is saying that because of this lack of relationship with Pachamama and the grandparents, the young people are getting into fights. There are so many illnesses and issues in the world that are related to that. Ujú. ¿Y podrías compartir con nosotros a quienes llamamos los abuelos? Would you please share with us who we call the grandparents? Just for clarity, ¿no? For clarity's sake.
Sí.
¿Quiénes son los abuelos?
Y los abuelos, nuestros ancestros y nuestros abuelas, nuestros abuelos siempre piden, ya cuando amanecen,
Ujú,
están orando a la Pachamama, orando los apos, orando a la Pachataytainte. Y primero tienes que orar invocación, mucho respeto. Y también cuando hay comida, siempre orando. Cuando antes de dormir, está orando,
ujú,
llamando.
ujú,
Entonces, mucho respeto a
ujú,
nuestras abuelas, nuestros ancestros, nuestros abuelas.
ujú. ¿Los abuelos también son los espíritus de la naturaleza?
Sí,
Sí, también.
sí,
Ok,
espíritu naturaliza a los
Ujú,
abuelos,
ujú.
mucho naturaliza.
ya. Don Lorenzo is sharing with us about the grandparents. First, talking about the ancestors that we have, grandmothers, grandparents in our own communities, perhaps from our own blood lineage, but not necessarily. He's talking about them every morning getting up early, and the first thing they do is they start the day with a prayer, connecting with Mother Earth, connecting with the Apus, with the Taita Inti, who is the Father Sun in the sky. And they would start the day doing that. And then he also clarified that the grandparents are also the spirits of nature. So the spirits of nature that include Mother Earth, the waters, in the sea, in lakes and lagoons, and also rainbows and many others. How can we return to a good relationship with Pachamama and the grandparents? ¿Cómo podemos entonces regresar a una buena relación con la Pachamama y los abuelos?
Ya bueno, de abuelos, siempre llamamos nuestros abuelos espirituales, espiritual. Ya.
Okay, we are back. And so Don Lorenzo is telling us that to be in good relationship with Pachamama and the grandparents is a very important thing, to call on them, to speak to them, to ask them to come and be with us and listen to our prayers. And that is important to do that also in our prayers, include the spirit of the sun and the spirits that are living in the three worlds, the world of above, the one we live in, and the ones that live in the underworld as well, so that we don't forget about any one of them. And that we do these prayers, that we hold these prayers and connect with them with so much love. That is a very important thing, to connect with love in our hearts when we do this. ¿Algo más quieres añadir acerca de cómo regresar a una buena relación con la Pachamama y los abuelos?
Ya, ¿cómo podrías
Ujú.
relacionar con
Sí.
los Pachamama, con los apos? Poco a poco, palabras, tienes que llamarnos, tienes que soplarnos, tienes que, a ver, por ejemplo, quizá empezamos un quinto, pero en país no hay la coca.
Ujú,
Aquí empezó en coca, hoja de coca para soplar.
ujú, ujú,
Hampuy, Apukuna, Pachamama, Anas Pacha Taita Inti, aquí soplar, pero otros países, como pues, a veces algunas personas toman cerveza o comida, soplar,
ujú. Yeah.
así con eso se tienes que aprender.
Don Lorenzo is saying that we need to learn to pray, to call the spirits of nature. And he's saying that in practical terms. How do we do that? He says, well, we can use coca leaves to send our prayers, and our breath to send our prayers together with the coca, to call on the spirits of the world of above, Father, Son, Mother Earth, the spirits of the mountains, all of our spirit guides. And also he's talking about every time that we eat a meal, that we are enjoying something tasty to eat or drink, that we also share that energetically with our spirit guides of nature by blowing on the food, blowing our, with our breath, sending with that intention of sharing the goodness of what we're eating or drinking as well. So these are a couple of kind of everyday practices. And he says, these are the things that we need to learn. Talking about learning, what can we learn from the grandparents? Maestrito, ¿qué podemos aprender de los abuelos? ¿Qué más podemos aprender de los abuelos? Sí, nosotros.
Ya, ¿cómo aprendemos nuestros abuelos? Tienes que llamar mis abuelos, Hampo y nuestros abuelos, nuestros ancestros. Tienes que llamar sus espíritus. Sus espíritus, sí, no es muerto, están
Ya.
vivos. Entonces, cuando llamas, se vienen, se ayudan. Cada
Ajá.
una persona
Ah.
se ayudan, se protegen.
What Don Lorenzo is sharing with us is very powerful and beautiful. He says that just like we do call on the spirits of nature, we are to also call in prayer to the spirits of our ancestors. He says they are not dead. Our ancestors are not dead. They are very much alive. And when you call them and you ask for their help, they do come and help you. They do take care of you. ¿Qué más quisieras decir?
Entonces, ya nuestros ancestros, entonces, más actividades siempre vienen, siempre sus espíritus siempre ayudan. Cada una persona se respetan, nuestros abuelos se respetan, los apos se respetan a la Pachamama, se ayudan, se protegen, cualquier cosita, cualquier enfermedad, cualquier pensamientos, cualquier tenemos lucha, tenemos problema, se limpian.
He also is simple, and that is to always be asking for help and support from Pachamama and the spirits of the mountains. He says that whenever they were sick, whenever they had any heavy energy to clear and release, they had any problems, they would go to the spirits of Pachamama and the Apus. They would ask for help and they would receive the help that they needed. ¿Qué más aprendemos de los abuelitos?
Bueno, poco a poco, así aprendimos de su respeto de nuestros abuelos, de Jaihuarico y de nuestros abuelos, de un Jaihuarico y que un despacho, un ritual. Ya, ahora estamos casi Estados Unidos, casi 70, 80 y tantos nuestros abuelos, nuestros alumnos. Ya están aprendiendo Jaihuarico y invocaciones, Guajarico y Pucurico y todo, ya saben, ya. Algo sabían. Ahora estamos ya creciendo este camino espiritual.
Don Lorenzo says that we can learn from our grandparents also the path of growth in the spiritual path that we are on, that we can continue growing in that path that way. He says that respect, of course, we learn from our grandparents respecting the spirit. So I'm going to repeat that last part. He was sharing with us that something we can learn from our grandparents is also, of course, respect for Pachamama and the spirits of nature, but also to grow in the spiritual. Maestrito, explicarnos qué es Jaihuaricuy.
Sí, sí.
So I'm asking for him to tell us what is Jaihuaricuy.
Ya, bueno, es Jaihuaricuy, un despacho,
Ujú,
un ritual para dar una comida a la Pachamama, una comida a los apos, una comida de Janajpacha.
ujú,
¿Cómo no hay Aini? ¿Cómo es Aini? Aini, muy importante, Aini, ya, nosotros comimos a la Pachamama, sale producto a la Pachamama y todas las plantas, todas las frutos,
ujú,
todas las productos, entonces nosotros comimos, tanto los animalitos, tanto los espíritus, entonces nosotros no hay Aini, no hay dar, entonces por eso es tan una comida a la Pachamama como Aini,
ujú,
compartir, esto es muy importante, hermanos y
ujú,
hermanas.
ujú. Yes, so Don Lorenzo is saying, brothers and sisters, this is very important to practice Haiwarikui. Haiwarikui is what it means is to give food to Mother Earth. Is an offering, a ritual in which we are giving food to Mother Earth. And he's explaining the need for this. The root is um, in this um, principle of sharing and keeping balance. That is something we need to. We receive food that nourishes our bodies. We eat that, and then we can have life, more life thanks to that food. However, do we give back to Pachamama? Do we also feed her? And that's where Haiwarikui comes into place, is that oftentimes missing piece of creating this balance and also giving thanks by feeding Pachamama as well. Sí.
En Pachamama,
Ujú,
todo el mundo una sola, no es ni otro, no, una sola Pachamama.
ujú,
Las montañas, una sola para todos.
ujú,
¿Cómo es nuestras?
mm,
A ver, no es diferente a la Pachamama, a nombre nomás, toda ciudad, toda la Pachamama, todas las montañas, a nombre nomás, pero una sola.
mm,
Muchas personas no viven, no vivo en Pachamama, sino no viven. No salen ni producto, no crecen ni unas plantas. Si es muertos Pachamama. Sí, Pachamama y huevo,
mm,
todas las montañas. Como nosotros, como los hombres
ujú,
representan con los apos.
ujú,
Entonces, los hombres no es cambian ni nosotros. Y las mujeres representa a la Pachamama, una sola, no es una mujer, otra no, una sola, todo el mundo, país, una sola femenina, ¿no?
ujú,
Una sola masculino y unas personas masculinos para todos, igual la Pachamama,
ujú.
igual los apos.
Yes. Don Lorenzo is explaining that Mother Earth is just one. Yes, there might be different places with different names, cities, states, countries, but that is not the truth. The truth is that it's only one Earth. And also the mountains, they might have different names, and we might have certain names for mountains in Europe or North America, for instance. However, again, it's just one spirit, one mountain spirit. He's explaining that we are all living in Mother Earth, which is very much alive everywhere. And that we are connected in the energy that women, we have the energy of Mother Earth being feminine. And men have the energy of the mountains, which is masculine. And we share that with them. So there is this in common in our energies. Maestro Lorenzo, tú estabas hablando antes del Kintu y de hacer oración con Kintu.
Ujú.
So I want to ask Don Lorenzo about a word he used before. He spoke about Kintu and making prayers with coca leaves and the Kintu. And I want to ask him that he explains what is the Kintu and how do we pray with it. ¿Qué es el Kintu y cómo rezamos con él?
Con quinto siempre, a ver, aquí en la ciudad de Cusco, ¿no?
Ujú,
Cusco, llaqta, Pachamama, Campuy, Purini, ayúdame en nuestros trabajos, ayúdame en nuestros caminos, abre el camino
ujú.
para que mi trabajo o mi salud o mi viaje, después ya los apos con quinto, apu, Guanacauri, apu Pachatusa, un buen trabajo, así, entonces ya
Sí.
están ya conectados, ya conectados,
Ujú.
ya está cuidando, ayudando.
Mm. Don Lorenzo is demonstrating how he would do a prayer with a kintu. The kintu is a small group of coca leaves that
Ahí
he would hold on his hands, and he's going to blow, as you saw he did, his prayers with his breath. And he would mention then the names of every one of the mountains he is wanting to connect with and ask for help, and also to Pachamama. And then he does say his prayer, and he says, please help me for, with things like my work, help me with things like my health, take care of me. And so it goes. He said, well, because we're in Cusco, he has mentioned mountains that are right here in Cusco, but that means that you could also do your prayer and direct them to mountains that are the closest to you. Muchas gracias. Está muy bonito eso.
sí.
Yes, that's very beautiful. Thank you, Don Lorenzo.
Gracias, gracias. Urpilation, Boley.
Yes, he's saying thank you to you as well. And I know that also you pray through music, and you brought with you some flutes. I know that you have your collection. Would you share with us, please, some sacred music? Quisiera que por favor compartas tu música con tus flautas,
Ya,
tu
ya,
oración.
esto, flauta, siempre para despertar a la Pachamama, para llamar, para despertar los sapos.
Mm.
Con eso están.
Don Lorenzo is explaining that he does play the flute to wake up the mountains, to wake up Pachamama, and to send his prayers with music. ¿Sí?
Esta música tocan los hombres, las mujeres se cantan.
Ujú,
Sí, vamos a ver, poco vamos a
ujú.
otra vez, tal vez encontramos con las mujeres a cantar, con tocar, ¿no?
Yes.
Ahorita voy a tocar.
A ver. Mhm.
Ya,
He was explaining earlier that in his community, men play the flute and women sing. So he just wanted to make sure that you knew how this is very much part of his culture. Y tienes ahí otra flautita. He has another beautiful flute with a different kind of sound. ¿No sabías?
esto pequeñito,
Ella.
esto pequeñito. Ahora voy a tocar los jóvenes como, como tocan los jóvenes de mujeres como cantan. Esto es nuestros costumbres de la comunidad de Jeros.
Ujú. Sí.
Entonces vamos a poco a esta experiencia, a este encuentro, a este clases. Ojalá no es fácil para aprendizaje, un poco difícil. Estamos ya poco a poco y otro clases, poco a poco vamos a saber más después.
Ujú.
Tú sabes, todo jaiwarico y
Mm.
guajarico y siempre sabemos.
¿Puedo decirle?
Ya,
See, he's explaining that this small flute he's gonna play now is one that normally the youth will play in his community. And this is something he wants to share with you. He says that learning in the spiritual path might not be so easy, but you know, you learn step by step. There are levels of learning, and then you start to practice Haiwarikui, which is that gratitude, you know, being in gratitude and doing offerings of gratitude to Pachamama and many other things along the way. ¿Quieres entonces tocar?
ya.
¿Sí?
We can't hear Koryanka. Maybe if you turn off your video
Ya.
or he moves closer to the mic.
Okay, is this better? Can you hear better?
Ya,
Okay,
no sale.
¿puedes intentar tocar? What about now?
I don't hear anything.
Ya está.
Was that better? Could you hear that? Or do we need to do a little something here on our back end?
I can't, I couldn't hear anything.
I think
Maureen suggests turn on
maybe,
live performance, but I don't know how to do
yes,
that.
I know how to do it. Just a second. It might be because of the sound, the kind of sound. What is that audio? Okay, I think I got that. Ya lo puse. A ver, intentemos de nuevo. ¿Podrías, por favor, tocar la pequeña flauta un poquito? Un poquito para probar. Let's do a test. Can you hear that?
No, I didn't. I didn't hear anything. Maybe if you turn off your camera to help with the bandwidth and then try once more.
Okay, let's try again.
Ya.
Okay, that was a test.
We didn't hear it.
No, it's the kind of sound I think is not translating through
Entonces,
technology. No, no se trata de eso. And we are on live performance. Original sound for musicians, maybe. Okay, let's try again. ¿Puedes tocar un poquitito? Poquitito, poquitito. No? Okay, so that is something that he is sending and is going in the ethers. We are going to trust that it's going to the right places in all of you. ¿Podrías de repente cantar un poquito entonces? Porque no han escuchado eso. Es por la tecnología, no es nuestra.
con eso.
No, no, cantar. Porque esto no suena, no está sonando a través de la computadora. Es
Cantar,
porque,
no.
¿no? Bueno,
Cantar es las mujeres.
ok, entonces podríamos hacer otra cosa, ¿no? Well, it's been so wonderful to learn from you, Don Lorenzo, and thank you for the music. Would you be so kind to offer a blessing for our audience? ¿Podrías ofrecer una bendición para la gente?
La comisa o así nomás.
Así nomás, maestrito, está bien.
Ya. Ahora pedimos una bendición para ustedes con los sapos, con las pachamamas. Ya, voy a pedir las bendiciones. Ya bueno, con las misas.
No, no, pues,
Así nomás.
sí, así no está bien.
Ya, y Taita Inti, Mama Quilla, Mama Chesca, Apucuna, todas las montañas, campo, campo y nuestros amigos, nuestras amigas, para que ayudan, para que protegen ayudamos, protegimos, más feliz, más alegre, más armonía. Pachamama, Hampu Eiko, Hampu Maiko, Alpa Mama, Sachamama, Mama Uno, Mama Kucha, Mama Kuichi, Hampuy, Hatun bendición tachuray, Wayqipanaykunapaq, Somaq bendición kachun, Yapalyaykupaq, Tayta Wayra, Mama Killa, Mama Chaska, Hampuy, Tiqsimuyunti, Pachamama tiqsimuyunti apukuna, sumaq kawsaykachun, sumaq sunqukachun, sumaq tikarikachun, salusninkupi, trabajunkupi, viajinkupi, amorninkupi. Llipin problemamantapas qankuna basta churankichis. Gracias Pachamama, gracias apukuna, gracias Pachataytaynti.
Gracias.
Yeah,
Thank you so much
listo.
for that blessing. This has been a beautiful blessing from the heart for all of you, for everyone tuning in live, but also for the people that will be watching the recording later. As you know, there is no time or space when it comes to spirit and the spiritual world. So we are tuning into that high frequency at this time. And now I'm gonna ask Sue if you would like to invite people to ask questions or you would like to add anything.
Thank you so much, Don Lorenzo and Koryanka. How beautiful to hear the message. Such great reminders. Our ancestors are not dead. You know, wow, this idea of death on this planet, the illusion. There's so much help available to us, Pachamama, the Apus, and we forget, you know, and the reminder of Aini, sacred reciprocity. You know, there is so much here in the message. Thank you so much. And I welcome any comments or questions from the audience. This is a good time for that. We have a few minutes.
Sí.
Well, you know, I think it's so special. The technology, I know we had a few glitches, but really at 11,000 feet in the Andes, pretty amazing that we have this opportunity to connect with you and hear from you. So I very much appreciate it. Thank you.
Te agradecido.
Gracias, Panay. Thank you so much, Susan.
He's saying, thank you, Sister Susan.
Thank you very much. It's a real treat. And I do hope that there's a number of people who hear the recording and benefit from this lovely message today. Thank you so much for organizing this, Koryanka. Koryanka is a Soul School Network facilitator, as is Kavita and Michael. Dan, who isn't here with us today, he's traveling, and I'm a facilitator as well. And I'll be excited to facilitate our next meeting on April the 28th with my teacher of 10 years, Martha Creek. I do hope you can join us for that. And we always welcome your input on future topics. So please do feel free to send feedback through the Soul School Network website. There's a donate button on the website. Any small contribution is helpful to cover our website and Zoom and expenses. And if you would like to be added to the Soul School Network email list, please do send a note through Contact Us, also on the website. And I want to thank you so much for being here. I know that you have a lot of choices in this world of online opportunities. You could be 1,000 different places and you chose to be here. So thank you very much for that. And yeah, I open it up to any thoughts from anybody in the audience before we take off and get busy with our day. It's 2 minutes to the hour. Thank you to those who are listening through live stream or listening to the recording through live stream. And Koryanka, I don't know if you see the chat. Helen says these moments of sharing together have been beautiful. And Maureen says a deep bow of gratitude. So much gratitude and appreciation in the community this morning. Thank you very much to Don Lorenzo. And if there's no closing comments, I wish you all a wonderful week filled with blessings, and it's always sunny in
Vamos otro día
consciousness.
más. Gloria.
And so may you be filled with the light of understanding and much love from the Andes of Peru. We send our love to each and every one of you and look forward to hearing from you and seeing you, please, on April the 28th. Should be a great conversation with Martha Creek. Thank you so much. Be well. Much love.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take
Gracias.
care.
Mhm.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Much love.
Thank you.
Thank you.